tips for developing sense of humor. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, the speech, the power of words is actually the same speech that I used up to the way to the district, but it's not the same speech that I used in the finals. I had to do a lot of changes and a lot of modification just on the way to make the final. But yes, I started with the same speech. You can change if you want, if you're comfortable with like a much better speech. But I was comfortable with it. Now, 3 tips on how to find humor. First, find humor in yourself. It's very easy to make fun of yourself because you don't want to make fun of some people or group people, or because you might run into being racist or being but make fun of yourself. And nobody knows your flaws more than you, so you can easily make fun of yourself. Second thing is exaggerate. You might take a simple incident and exaggerate it. Trying to come up with an example. All the example I was giving right now.
Your last? Your last?
Okay, so I'm dancing here tonight. I can I can write a speech about my dancing. I said I danced so good. As soon as I left, all the dancers came to me. Can we have your autograph, please? Because it was so amazing. Okay, now that will never happen. But again, exaggerate. Third is always keep an eye open. We always look at life with a negative energy. Any incident that happens to you, if you look at it, you can actually laugh at it. So always look at everything that happens to you and say, where can I find something funny in that? And I'm sure you will. Thank you.
Okay, next question. Can you identify yourself, please?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Mahra from Fujairah Toastmasters Club.
Welcome.
And thank you. My question is, you spoke about speaking for your audience.
Yes.
At the same time, I think you should speak for yourself. So my question is, how do you find the balance between your audience and what you really want to say, so you seem genuine and you don't seem like you're just speaking to make your audiences laugh?
Right. Now, there is a difference. Yes, you speak for yourself. What do you mean by speaking for yourself? I have a message that I want my audience to hear. Yes, everybody has a message that you want the audience to hear. Now, how do you deliver it is based on what the audience want to hear. I'll give an example. If I'm speaking about the danger of smoking, for example, and I'm bringing a lot of medical terms, and my audience are not into medical, nobody will get it. Yes, I have the message. I want you to quit smoking, but I did not use the right material to get that message to you. And that's when I said your audience is number one. What I mean is, know what your audience want to hear in terms of words, in terms of movements. The message, yes, it's yours, and that's what you want to know the audience. But how do you deliver it is what your audience want to hear. I hope that makes sense. Okay.
My name is Wilson Lewis.
Yes.
You have used 3 stories in your speech.
Yes.
Okay. Now my question here is that these stories are really happened in your life, or these you can create yourself to exaggerate yourself?
Again, if you have a noble cause, you can create. Yes, the stories that I had actually happened. Now, the Nasser story did not happen directly to me. It happened to a friend of mine, and he told me his friend killed over. He got drug overdose and killed over a court. But I was so touched with that story. Now, if I'm a speaker and I said, ladies and gentlemen, a friend of mine told me a story about it, now it loses a bit of its actually strength. But if you make it sound like it happened to you, your audience is, wow, this is actually real. He's talking about a personal experience. Did I lie? Maybe, but the story is true. So yes, if you have a noble cause and you can make up a story to support it, please go ahead. Yes.
CB Joseph.
Hi.
And it's a privilege to hear you speaking.
I'm honored to be here, sir.
Yeah. And again, the presentation was very wonderful. I know it comes from your real life.
Thank you.
My question is that as soon as you enter into the stage, you can feel energy, full of energy. I think that makes you set apart. So how do you get this energy? So do you go to gym before you go to speech?
A lot of people ask me, how do you go over your fear of being of like to be on stage. You don't. I don't know if you can see me right now, but I'm shaking, by the way. But nobody can notice. Why? You'll always have the fear to be on stage, but you know how to control it. Now, how do you get the source of energy? You get it from people. Now, for me, I crack a joke and the people laugh, oh, they're my friends now. And then I can just, just try to go on. And I try to always keep them on their toes, and the more they laugh and the more they engage, and I'm looking around and everybody just looking at me. I feel important. I feel like, wow, these people really want to get something from me. I will give them 110%. Whatever I have, I'll give them and I'll give them even more. And that's my source of energy, I guess.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Abhilash. I just wanted to know, I heard somewhere that you are also into drama. For 6 years you have also been practicing drama. So is it that Toastmasters happened first and then the drama part? Or was it simultaneous? What's the constant choice? Secondly, how much has drama, because I have seen...
Acting, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen the speech of yours up in the air, wherein you do the Clarice thing.
Yeah.
And that is the best part of the speech. So do you include that on purpose, or the drama has made it a natural part of you?
Well, I did not learn stage performance. I did not take any stage classes, but I love to actually to be on stage, to actually perform. And as I said, act your speech and don't tell it. Don't recite your speech like you were just reading it. I don't remember. Act it, and that's what a lot of people fail to do. No, you know the stories. You know what to do. Just imagine that you're acting your stories on stage. You do not need to have an acting. Like just classes to do that. I watch a lot of movies too, and here's a tip for all of you. Look at who's your favorite actor or actress, and imitate that person. When you want to tell a line in your speech, ask yourself, how would he or she tell it? And do it like that. And that will actually help you to act your speech more than just saying your speech.
Well, my question has 3 parts.
Oh, 3? Oh, right.
Okay. The first part, I found that you are using 3 short stories
Yes.
in your speech. Now, is it good to use 2 or 3 stories, or if you have a long story, a single story, how do you compare which one is better? Second part, what percentage of your speech should have stories, like 70%, 80%? So what should be, the story should occupy how much percentage? The third one, you said you start with a smile and end with a smile. What happens if you don't have a very charming smile like you? How does that work?
I have a creepy smile too. Okay, now to answer your first question, I had 3 stories, and is it advisable to have 3 or to have 1? There is no standard actually. There are some world champions who won with just 1 single story. There are some champions who won with no stories at all. Me, I tend to do things per the book. I remember when I did my speech number 2, my project number 2, and that's how I based all my other speeches on. Because project number 2 says you have to have an introduction, a conclusion, and 3 parts in the body. And if you look at any of my speeches, it's exactly like that: introduction, conclusion, and I have to have 3 things. And I kind of just follow up with that style, and I'm comfortable with it. Now, if you're not comfortable with it, there is no guidelines that you have to follow this way. I've seen world champions who won with just 1 single story. I've seen world champions who did not have stories at all. So it's all about how do you deliver that message.